Sorry about that, guys. There was an issue with the recording software, so that was unfortunately muted this entire time. So, yeah, so that first part, just follow my actions. It's pretty simple. Just clear out the courtyard, get all those items, and then head to the lift side of Grace, which is to the left of the Omen we fought.
If I do have a talent for spirit tuning, and goodness knows that would be a surprise, I suppose I should try to hone it, shouldn't I? I'll ask Master Hugh to teach me. If I do have a talent for spirit tuning, and goodness knows that would be a surprise, I suppose I should try. I'll ask Master.
Then we're gonna go back to Master Hugh and talk to him about Roderica again.
Back already. No matter. Lay out your arms. The girl. What about her? Are you out of your mind? Who'd stay with an ugly brute who only knows how to smith? Absurd. Besides, she'd never agree to it. I refuse to believe it. I don't doubt you, but I know when something's too good to be true.
Then we'll go talk to Roderica once again.
If I do have it, I suppose I'll ask Master Hugh.
And then if we do this little teleport to the round table hold side of Grace, we'll see that Roderica is no longer there, and she's over here where Master Hugh is.
Good to see you again. Thank you very much. I have you to thank, don't I? For persuading Master Hugh. I can happily announce that he has taught me the noble toil of spirit tuning. I'm as yet unsure of what I might be able to accomplish, but if I might be able to help you all, I'd certainly like to try. And if there's any chance to ease the suffering of my dear men who were grafted, well, I certainly must try. Roderica, the Spirit Tune Apprentice. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I do, however, think I was doing y'all a favor by not having you hear all of her voice through the entire quest line.
Well, I took you for no matter. It's lay out your arms then.
And then we'll talk to him about
I
Roderica
spoke
again.
with the girl. She has a gift for spirit tuning, so I told her everything I know. I'm indebted to a spirit tuner I met long ago. It was all I could do to honor her. I'm sorry I doubted you.
And then here we can sell some stuff that we don't need. Like I think I have a few small things that I don't need. Any repeat weapons I generally sell unless it's like the Uchigatana, which I like to have more than one of. And then I also generally sell my big arrows and such because I have no need for them usually. Just selling off any repeat items just simply because they're not needed. And then we can check, and we have 2 +4 Uchigatanas. We'll talk to her again. And we can't spirit tune anymore, so we'll head back to the lift side chamber side of Grace. And the lever we pulled before we went to go talk to Roderica, we're going to use the lift that came up with it, and we're going to go hunt down the scarab that drops the Ash of War Stormcaller. And it's over here to the right. And then we have some pot enemies over here. And we can either just go grab the trash pot, or we can kill all these guys. just gonna run away from this fight because we can't currently win that with a lot of certainty. So we'll go ahead and run over here. And we actually need those warrior jar shards, so we'll go ahead and take on this fight. And we should be able to get 2 living jar shards. And also, they're just decently good rooms. And then, after grabbing the Ash of Warstorm collar and cracked pot, we'll walk along the scaffolding to the ledge and jump onto there. To find the Manor Tower Shield. So go ahead and use all of our parkour and Elden Ring skills and fail the first jump, only to make the second. So we'll go back up here and drink a little bit of good stuff, and then run up here and jump, run along the edge here, run along the edge here, and jump here. And then come across this little area, which has some stores, has some hawks there, and we'll just go ahead and go up here. To go over here and get the Manor Tower Shield. Nothing to worry about there, just get rid of those guys, and then we'll look at this message. Surely what you seek is somewhere close by. Smithing Stone 3. And then we can head over down this way. Making sure to loot everything every step of the way. Okay, make sure not to do what they did. And get the Golden Rune 5. Then over here, we get some Rainbow Stones. And then we'll go over here to get the shortcut unlocked. They'll go ahead and rest inside of Grace. And then we'll head on out the shortcut and go over here to get down into this little abyss area. And go over here, where there's another bat. And get the Arteria leaf. Go ahead and kill all the enemies. And then scan the area for anything you might have missed. And then we'll head down to this one, which gives us a skipping stone too. And then we'll go ahead and just jump down these platforms in order. We get another golden rune. There's a scarab. And kill all the rats. Sorcery Beetle, get the Rancor Call. And then just continue along. And as good practice, just make sure you've explored everything. And then head on down here. Go ahead and run away after that. Yeah, this is gonna be a heck of a fight to get through. But we need to beat this in order to advance Rogier and Fia's quest lines. So we'll head on back down. Once again, just fight the rats. that, and then move on down here to fight the ulcerated tree spirit. What we'll be actually doing here now is grabbing some fire grease. Then beat the ultimate spirit, get their golden seed, and move on to the Prince of Death's little area here. Prince of Death's pustule. Interesting looking fella, to say the least. And that's basically our finished with this very lower part. So then we're just gonna head back up. And before we do, I'm going to check off my checklist. Got the Manor Tower Shield, got the shortcut, got the Rancor Call, got the Ulcerated Tree Spirit, the Golden Seed, the Stone Sword Key, and then before we actually move on, we have to touch a blood stain near the face here. And right here. So touch what's in your face. Okay, yeah, so it's this one. And then we got the Prince of Death's pustule. Then we'll go to the left side chamber again, and we'll talk to Nefeli Lu at the near the secluded cell side of Grace. So I'll go back to the left side chamber. And then we'll head on out this door. We'll have to avoid some warhawks here. Get a Warhawk Talon from that. And come up here for a little bit of loot and another Exiled Knight. getting a smithing stone 2 from there, and moving on to the next Warhawk. I hate these Warhawks with a burning passion in my soul. So we'll head out this door again and reattempt that run to get to Nefeli Lu. She'll be right down in here.
You were a fine warrior.
I think it's time we put on some new armor. We use the jump attack quite a bit, so we'll do that. And then we'll get some different armor on. Non-fashion souls, but I'm doing it for the armor right now. Stats just aren't high enough for this. We've already hit that, so we'll care of that. Take some flask. Get rid of that one. And then come find this guy who thinks he has a chance against someone who just took out 4 Hawks. We'll also go over here and grab the golden seed, and then we'll go ahead and talk to Nefeli Lu finally, after beating the stupid birds.
You're a fine warrior. Well, who do we have here? Tarnished, are you? Clearly not one of Godric's lot. I am Nefeli Lu. Tarnished and warrior, like you. I'm here by decree of my father. How utterly repellent this is. This grafting of Godric's ill befits a lord. He's tainted the very winds. If you intend to challenge Godric, I ask you call upon me. The winds run foul with his deeds. I'm certain father would permit me aid the fight. Apologies, but I've idled long enough. As fellow Tarnished, we must each follow our own guidance, down whatever road takes us to the throne of Elden Lord. Apologies, as fellow Tarnished, we must each follow our down.
Once you've exhausted her dialogue, you can move on to the troll over here. Right here you get the smithing stone 2 as well. And then you're just gonna wanna run for this. And get him to come over here. Come on, Stinky. There you go. Oh no, oh no. And then we just want him to come smash this for us. Yeah, we're just gonna want the troll to come over here. Break that open for us. And pick up this big stones. And then run back this way. Go ahead and take out the troll too for a nice little hefty XP or runes. I apologize. And then we can also go ahead and take out this guy, and then we'll get to the site of grace over here, and we'll also go ahead and hit the summon sign now because I don't believe we did that earlier. So now we hit the summon sign, and then we get to the secluded cell. And we're going to rest here to get our flasks and everything replenished and level up a bit. And then we'll summon Nefeli Lu for our boss fight. So go ahead and get to 20 endurance, and then because we're only missing a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and spend 2 runes to be able to level up again. And I need 100 more, so we're just gonna go ahead and use another small rune to do that. Then we'll rest here again, level up, and then move on to the fight. So now the goal is going to be to get the vigor to 30 and move your stats up accordingly like that. So, Nefeli Lu, summon. And then we'll traverse the mist.
Mighty dragon, thou art a true-born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well, playing as a lord.
and thee kneel. I am the lord of all that is golden.
And then we can summon in. Just catch up.
Truest of dragons. Lend me thy strength.
Bad dodge. And we'll go ahead and try that whole fight again. And I believe that's everything we can hold and do. Perhaps change this to fire damage negation. decided to skip it this time. Godric the Grafted.
We'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
Yeah. And now we have Godric's Great Rune and the Remembrance of the Grafted. So we'll go ahead and get this side of grace. Rest, level up. Vigor. And then we'll go ahead and see Gostok right here.
What a pathetic excuse for a lord you were. Me, would ya? Godric, you filthy slug. Feel it! Feel it! Feel my bloody wrath! Oh! Hello there. This weasel was... Godric was always looking down on me. He got what he bloody deserved thanks to you. I tell you though, what goes around comes around. He had an ugly heart, an uglier countenance, and met the ugliest of ends, eh?
And you can purchase whatever you want from him, but I won't be doing so at this moment. In fact, I believe his questline is done, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, we go to the gate side chamber. Oh, sure. It was there. Yeah, then we can go ahead and kill Gostok. Actually, so let me just be sure. Actually, don't kill Gostok. That is a bad idea because he's part of a quest. So go ahead and run on past him and open up the doors. We'll head on past the throne room here and just head down the stairs. There's nothing special. So we'll go to the Table of Lost Grace, and then we'll speak to Enya in the room with the 2 fingers, which is now miraculously opened.
Are you that new tarnished? You've done well. I am Enya the Finger Reader. I interpret the words of the fingers, envoys to the greater will. Look there. The fingers tremble to welcome you, Shardbearer. Let their wisdom wash over you.
Great Elden Ring, root of the Golden Order, anchor of all lands, giver of grace, wellspring of all joy. Until it was shattered, the tragic corruption of the Order has taken its toll. Across the realm, life lies in ruin, fallen to pieces. Foul curses and misery spread, unabating. But the greater will has not abandoned the realm, nor the life that inhabits it. So it is that the tarnished are guided by grace, called to act. Brave tarnished, your great rune is a handsome shard of the Elden Ring. Seek another of its kind to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order.
Let the words of the fingers guide you. Where a remembrance of gold has found its way into your possession. Demigods and even the greater of the champions are hewn by the Earth Tree upon their end into remembrances. They are valuable indeed. These remembrances yet house the power of their former masters. And should you wish to wield that same power, well, I will lend you the strength of the fingers. Oh, do not recoil from my offer. The fingers guide us all. And you, tarnished, you are here to take, are you not?
And we'll go ahead and look at it. We can get the Axe of Godric and the Grafted Dragon as weapons, but I'm not interested in either of those things.
Now go forth. Let the words of the...
And then we're going to interact with fingers and get the Rapture Gesture. Then we're going to head over to Nefeli Lu, and she's on the other side over here. And I think he still doesn't talk. Then we can talk to Nefeli.
You again. I thought you'd receive a summons to the round table. Nefeli Lu. We met at Stormvale. I'm glad to see you here. I have something for you. I found it in Godric's grafting grounds. You defeated him. You should have it. Make good use of it. I don't intend to make a habit of scavenging corpses. Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room Encher's guarding just over there. If you haven't already, I advise you introduce yourself. Father is leader of the Round Table. I'm sure talking to him will be worth your while. It's about time I headed. I'll see you again, warrior, should the fates deign it. It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again.
And then we'll go in here.
You've received the wisdom of the Two Fingers, have you not? Then I bid you welcome, as a true member of the Round Table. I am known as Gideon Ofnir, as a Tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord. I am accumulating knowledge, to be all-knowing. You now belong to a select group of fellows. As such, I ask that you remain constant. You'll be after more great runes now, eh? Then as your fellow, allow me to divulge a little knowledge. The inheritors of the great runes, the Shard Bearers. We of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated. Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. General Radahn, who fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds. Praetor Rykard, Lord of the Volcano Manor of Mount Gelmir. Morgoth the Grace-Given, Veiled Monarch and Lord of Leyndell. And Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, ruler of Rhea Lucaria's Academy. You'll still be after more great runes, won't you?
And then we'll ask him about Nefeli.
I understand you've been speaking to Nefeli. She's my daughter. I took her in when she lost the guidance of grace. Though a mere axe-wielding barbarian, her youthful credulity suited my purposes. So I put her to work. Do not hesitate to employ her. Should her services benefit you, despite her looks, she is more than capable in the press of battle.
And from there, we can go ahead and leave. So he's spoken to Enya. We've got the Rapture Gesture. We spoke to Nefeli Lu. Got the Arsenal Charm. Spoke to Sir Gideon Ofnir. And then we'll also go and speak to Sorcerer Rogier, where we fought the Taunter. Can't remember his name, but he'll be right over here.
Ah, we meet again after all. I apologize for any offense given by my bearing, but I'm quite unable to move, you see. So, what do you need?
And just talk to him, exhaust his dialogue.
Ah, you defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Looks like we both got what we wanted out of Stormvale, didn't we? Well done, friend. Something to mark the occasion. Go on, take it.
Good, decently good weapon.
As you might have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me. No need to be polite. I've no use for it anymore.
And they'll talk about the corpse under Stormvale.
The misshapen corpse under Stormvale. That is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot, as that famed night of assassination is known. It happened during the golden age of the Erd Tree, long before the shattering of the Elden Ring. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and on a bitter night, murdered Godwyn the Golden. That was the first recorded death of a demigod in all history, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Elden Ring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattering. I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge of that fateful plot. The world has grown crooked, and if you intend to put it to rights, you'd better understand what happened to make it this way. And that thing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. I urge the utmost caution. Don't disturb the corpse more than necessary.
Then we'll ask about D.
Ah, so you've met D. D is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time, bound by our exploration of death. But our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for two friends.
They'll ask about D again.
Dee was telling me that he discovered the mark of the centipede. The centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person. And if they were like you, all the better.
And then you don't need any of that stuff. So just to quickly recap, we spoke to Rogier, got Rogier's rapier, and now we can go talk to Fia. The deathbed companion over here.
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you once more?
And you're just gonna let her do it.
Now, come closer. You are so very warm. I was known as a deathbed companion where I come from. After I received the warmth and lively vigor from a number of champions, I lay with the remains of an exalted noble. To grant him another chance at life, to do so is the purpose of my being. But before I could bear the noble into new life, I was awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from my birthplace. Pray, be kind. Despite all that, I still wish to be a deathbed companion. So please, let me hold you like this, as often as it takes. My dear, have you ever heard of Black Knife Prince? Dear Roger likes to talk of them when abed, and the ancient plot in which the first of the demigods was slain. The black knives wielded by the assassins who committed the act, along with the impressions they made, somehow hide the truth of the conspiracy. These grand affairs are hardly my forte, but dear Roger began to weep as he spoke. In truth, I've heard tell from someone else about the Black Knife Prince that fascinate dear Roger so. But it wouldn't be right to give this to him, stuck as he is in the Round Table hole. Perhaps you could make use of it?
And you're just gonna exhaust the dialogue and let you go. And then back with the corpses where we got the chrysalids memento. We're gonna go get the Crimson Hood. and kill the dog. And then pick up the Crimson Hood. And they can go back up here. And then, just looking at my notes here, I apologize. And then we'll go to the from the Gateside Chamber of Grace. We'll head out and head to the right. And there will be a lion yeah, you get body blocked. So we'll go ahead and try that again. And hopefully this time not get murdered by the ballista bolts coming at you. And then just keep on running. Run as fast as your little tarnished legs will take you. Get up there and run past the line. And then we'll go ahead and get the Limgrave Tower Bridge. Site of Grace. And of course, these guys are the ones that follow me. Get some nice little loot from him. And then we'll go ahead and rest here and move along the bridge. Here you'll get the Bolt Drake Talisman. And then you'll more than likely run into a bunch of giants that wake up. And look, there's one of them now. run away. I would say 1 of 3 is pretty good. So we'll go ahead and travel to another location with this teleporter. And we'll head up into the Divine Tower of Limgrave. And we'll awaken Godric's Great Rune at the top of this. Just head up the elevator, and then you'll head up a few other stairs, and you'll be there. Side of Grace. And then we'll head here to the Two Fingers and restore Godric's Great Rune. We'll actually go back all the way to the Limgrave Tower Bridge because I missed a small Ash of War scarab. And we're just gonna run through this entire part again so you don't deal with the giants and just get the scarab. After that, we'll head to West Limgrave, to the first step site of Grace, and get the Bravo gesture from Vare. Absolute snipe. And we'll head on over here to the scarab. Get some soft cotton and the Ash of War scarab. And then we can head back up. Oh, hello. Gotta love iframes. Then we'll head to the first step site of Grace. And then where White Mask Varia was standing, you get the Bravo gesture. And then we'll go to the Bridge of Sacrifice. Bridge of Sacrifice. Bridge of Sacrifice. Oh, here. We'll head to the Bridge of Sacrifice, and we'll pick up there in the next installment of the Elden Ring 100% walkthrough. I thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next part, which will be part 6. Goodbye.